Hey, you know what? Your perfectionism is killing your creativity. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? The more you try to be perfect, the more you try to like do everything just right, the less life you have in your drawings, in your art, in almost everything you do, right? It's very common, especially we're talking about mostly women of a certain age who have had to do everything right, who have had to hold it all together, who have had to clean up the messes, who've had to like keep an eye on everything, make sure everything is done and right and complete and finished and perfect, right? So this stride, this perfectionism, while effective for getting things done in life, oftentimes it's just going to kill your creativity, right? I mean, it's one of the most common things I hear from people who find their way to me in the continuous line drawing. They say, I'm just like rattled with like having to do things perfectly, and I want to let it go. I want to let it go because I want to have some life and creativity in my drawings, right? And you know what's a really, really, really great way to get there? To loosen up your thinking, to loosen up your hand, to loosen up your ideas, to shake it up. Continuous line drawing. And one of the things that I have created in my continuous line storytelling empire is a series of exercises that help you to warm up and ease out of this want for perfection and to lean more into your creativity. I had somebody recently tell me that they couldn't stand that I referred to myself as a teacher. She also said that she couldn't stand that I referred to myself as a thought leader. I mean, I get that's a weird word, but the fact that somebody who I know and who has been in my classes for a long time got offended because I don't often call myself a teacher or instructor, but maybe occasionally I do. She was offended by that. And in the sense of the continuous line storytelling in my Zoom classes, I never call myself teacher or instructor, and I refer to everyone as participants because while I am leading the class and I'm organizing it and I have the Zoom time, I'm not teaching people how to draw or how to do things or how to be an artist, except that I am encouraging and supporting people leaning on their own imagination and their own creativity. So while if it offends you that I call myself a teacher, which I don't too often, if it offends you that if I call myself a thought leader, I mean, move on. But what I am really here to do, and I'm going to clarify this right now, is I create space and community for people to feel safe to break out of their perfectionism, right? Because that is not an easy thing to break out of, especially, I'm going to say it, no disrespect to men, but especially for women who've had to like kind of keep it all together. Keep it together, keep everyone moving forward, making sure things get done. And honestly, it's a great skill to have, right? Like as I run my business, and so I'm over here spinning plates over here and spinning plates over here and spinning even more plates over here. I think everyone has a sense of that. I'm not trying to say, oh, I'm so special, right? As a business owner, yes, there's lots of plates to keep suspended in the air, right? But I think everyone at wherever you're at in your juncture of life, there's always things to keep organized and moving forward, right? And so then to want to lean into being creative, being an artist can be difficult for some people because they're just so accustomed to like, if you're going to do it right, right? If you're going to do it right or don't do it at all, right? And so, I mean, honestly, I think this is why we get so many women in art classes because, you know, we oftentimes we have to look like a beginner. We have to look like we don't know what we're doing. And I will say it, I think that's easier for women to manage, to accept, right? Not all. There's certainly exceptions to that. But, if, because I myself am middle-aged, and so I have spent many years not making art and then came back to it. Actually, after my mother passed, that's when I got back to it. But I hear so many stories of so many women who have had to put their own creative aspirations on hold while they raise the family, be the wife, take care of the house, take care of everyone, right? So, and then as life empties out, the kids leave the house, the husband leaves or dies, the job ends, whatever it is. Or, I'm here in San Miguel. San Miguel is a great place for women to come reinvent themselves, and that's so there's a huge community of women who have come here after they've retired, after whatever. It doesn't even have to be that catastrophic. People can oftentimes just come here. I mean, there's people coming here to get away from what's going on up there, and that's completely understandable, right? Now, I know that it's not as easy as it once was to come here, but that's a whole different Zoom, right? So the town, the pueblo of San Miguel is a great place for women to come reinvent themselves. I certainly have done that, and I've watched others do it. And even, it doesn't even, again, have to be that big. It can just be someone who now has time to make art and is finding ways to be a part of an art community and make art. So how do you get over the perfectionism? Well, I don't have the answers to everything, but I do know for a fact that doing continuous line warm-ups is a great way to start drawing, is a great way to start pushing yourself, because you know what it does? It pushes you through your fear. I'm going to have a little sip of my beautiful, look at it, I asked for a single. This looks like a doble. Muy buenos dias, I'm going to see if I can get that. It's not hot at all. Anyways, muy buenos dias. And so if you want to find a way, if you're looking for a way to loosen up your creativity and to add more life to your drawings, I highly recommend continuous line drawing. It was not the reason why I went to it. I went to it more as a way to not lose my mind, because it was during pandemic days and I was in Mexico City, and as a way to sort of deal with things, I just said, put your pen down and don't stop until you're done drawing, right? So at this point, it's a combination of it's a great way to push your creativity to get out of that perfectionism, and it's also a great way to calm the mind and to just get centered. This is absolutely how I use it. I get centered and I push my creativity, right? And by doing so, I've started to trust my eye-hand coordination, so that while I'm sitting somewhere or standing somewhere, and if I want to draw that beautiful mural of the jaguar and the jaguar pups, I can do it with with a level of confidence. Now, does that mean it's going to be accurate? No, not necessarily. But with practice, and I do a lot of practice, it gets better all the time. Better is not the right word, because it's not like there's a finish line. It just gets, maybe I'm happier with the results or something like that. I don't even know. There's somebody in here, and I would like to talk to somebody, but there's nobody in here, so. Anyways, so as a way to push through the binds, the constraints of perfectionism, continuous line drawing, man, it is the future. It is the future. You see what's going on out there in the world? I mean, I'm unfortunately preparing to probably have more classes online, because it's the world of traveling. And I'm going to say it, the world of the United States is looking very unstable and very uncertain, right? So I am going to be creating more opportunities online to help people not only push through their, break free of their perfectionism, but to also encourage their creativity, encourage their own storytelling, and to encourage their own a style of making art. Because this is why I don't call myself a teacher, because I don't ever want to be like, oh no, don't do it like that, do it like this, do it like how oh, the worst thing in the world, and this has happened to me, I go to art classes and somebody grabs a pen out of my hand or a brush and says, no, do it like this. I've been to classes like that here in San Miguel. That drives me crazy. I will never take another class from someone who grabs a brush or a pen out of my hand and says, no, do it like this, because I don't want to do it like you or him or her or them or those. I want to do it like me. And this is why I do continuous line. It is not a matter of like, oh, I have to do continuous line all the time and I can't lift my pen because then the police will be after me. No, if the police are going to be after me, it's going to be for an entirely different thing than lifting my pen from continuous line. Continuous line is a way to build, it's vitamins for your drawing. It's a way to strengthen eye-hand coordination. It's a way to develop line confidence. So it is never about put your pen down and don't lift it ever. It is literally vitamins for your drawing and a way to calm your mind. And if you're an artist, you will, this is a great thing for artists because it really helps quiet the mind. At least it does for me. My mind might not be quiet right now, but if I'm doing this on my own, it is. All right, everyone. Lose the perfectionism and lean into your creativity by doing some continuous lines. All right. Have a good day. See you all next time. Bye.